Hello everyone, my name is Matt Sheehan. I'm alongside with Zach Smith. We just broke out of Michigan State's first basketball practice of the year. Before practice, we got to talk to Tom Izzo. Last year there wasn't really a whole definitive captain last year. Keith Appling kind of dove in late, Derek Nix was the senior, and then you had Russell Bird as, the dark horse candidate that the team voted on. This year they're kind of having the same issues. There really isn't a determined leader. So who do you see sticking out?
Well, kind of like last year, I think it's going to be a lot of the upperclassmen. Again, Keith Appling, I think he's going to be a pretty big candidate. But I'd also think Brandon Dawson, he looked like he had his hops back. And, Tom Izzo even talked about how he was excited to see what type of player he would grow into. So, and Denzel Valentine kind of is that dark horse candidate. He was pumping up the Izzo with the mic today. So those three, I think, are the biggest names.
Pleased with the chemistry. I'm still on question with the leadership. It's been an ongoing thing. I think it's an ongoing problem with a lot of teams. And we just actually met for an hour about it. Instead of meeting on the practice, we met on that because maybe I'm looking for too much. Maybe I'm looking for the Cleaves, the Walton, the Draymond. The vocal guys that really get after it, and maybe I got to look for the guy that's respected the most by him, and in some way, not lead by example, because I hate that term, but find a way to get guys to do things the right way in a different way, maybe not as boisterous, and so we're looking at that too.
Yeah, I could absolutely see Denzel Valentine taking this captain role. For me, he'd actually be my favorite to be a captain on this team. Vocal leader, he knows the game, coach's son, so he really does have all the tools to become, a captain and lead this team. Also before practice, Kenny Kaminsky, he was on his red shirt last year, he's coming off this year, draining every shot he took, even during practice, he was hitting all the threes. Can you talk about how important that is to have him back here?
Well, I guess it's just kind of obvious that Michigan State really needed a shooter last year. We had Derek Nix down low and Adrian Payne, and then, Gary Harris could kind of shoot, but there was no real defined shooter. Thought Russell Bird was going to be in that role, but kind of didn't work out that way. So having Kaminsky back is just going to add another weapon that the Spartans can use all year.
Yeah, not only do we get Kaminsky shooting, but we also get Alvin Ellis III, freshman. Barring that we don't put a red shirt on him, I think he could be a guy that could really generate some 3 pointers for the Spartans. Well, that's all we got for today. Got a whole season in front of us, so tune back in next time. For Matt Sheehan, Zach Smith, signing out.